Meat just falls off the bone. This Peruvian roast chicken is so yummy. If you want to learn how to make it, make sure to watch this video, give it a thumbs up, and make sure to turn on the bell icon to get immediate notifications for when I upload my next video. Welcome to Yvonne Meets Food, where I share my passions for making food, eating food, as well as traveling the world to discover and eat even more delicious food. Today we're going to be making a very delicious chicken dish. It's going to be Peruvian style roast chicken with green sauce. I'm very lucky to be able to live in New York City because it's super eclectic and very diverse in terms of the cuisines that are here. There are a number of really amazing Peruvian restaurants across Queens, Brooklyn, as well as Manhattan. And a very popular dish that is oftentimes on Peruvian restaurant menus is this Peruvian style roast chicken with a spicy green sauce that is just super, super addictive. So today I'm gonna show you how to make this chicken. We're gonna be using a whole chicken. We're gonna be marinating it in this delicious, herby, spicy mixture. And we're also going to be spatchcocking the chicken, and I'll tell you more about what spatchcock means in just a little bit. And we'll also make the green sauce together. So you'll see the entire process in our kitchen so that you can make it at home for yourself as well. So to get started, we're gonna go through all the ingredients for the chicken marinade that we're gonna be rubbing the chicken with. So the marinade is gonna have a number of different things. So freshly squeezed lime juice, I've got about 1/4 cup of that. Some extra virgin olive oil, 4 cloves of fresh garlic, smoked paprika, black pepper, freshly cracked, cumin, as well as dried oregano, kosher salt, a whole tablespoon. We want to make sure that this is very well seasoned and so that the meat is very juicy and succulent. And lastly, just to round all that out, we're going to use just a little bit of honey. So we're going to take all of these ingredients and throw it into this food processor and just blitz it all up. So we're going to do that right now. This chicken marinade is done. I'm just gonna set this aside for now, and we're gonna talk about the chicken. So typically, Peruvian style roast chicken is always roasted with a whole chicken. In this case, we are gonna roast it whole, but with one slight difference, we're actually gonna spatchcock the chicken. So if you aren't familiar with spatchcocking, it will definitely change your life when it comes to making roast chickens that are whole at home. The main reason that spatchcocking is so fantastic for making chicken at home is that if you spatchcocking basically means to remove the backbone from the chicken and then splay the chicken flat on your roasting pan. What that does is it allows even cooking for both the dark meat, so the thighs and the legs, as the white meat, so the breast. And that is a really great way to make sure that dinner gets on the table more quickly and that you have evenly cooked meat. None of it's gonna be dried out, and then it's all gonna be moist and tender throughout. So I'm gonna take my whole chicken. I've got an organic 4-pound whole chicken right here. I'm gonna lay it so that the breast is on the bottom and the back is on the top. So to spatchcock a chicken at home, you'll need one very important utensil, and that's going to be a pair of very, very sharp kitchen shears. So to spatchcock the chicken, you're just gonna identify where the backbone is. So this little thing that's sticking out right here, this stiff bone that you can feel basically going all the way down, this is the chicken spine. So once you identify this, you wanna stick the shears in and then just kinda cut along the chicken. And this might take some effort, especially if you're not used to this. I'm just gonna just cut it all the way through until you're all the way to the end. See? So that's half of it. Now we're gonna do the other half. There we go. So just wanna cut off any stray pieces. Now you got it. So here is your backbone. So definitely make sure to save this for future stock. So we've got this chicken without the backbone. So now what we wanna do is flip it over and then just kind of splay it out. and just push down on it. And it seems a little bit inhumane to do this, but you know what? If you're watching this video, you're probably a meat eater, and if you're eating meat, then you kind of have to suck up these moments. We'll apply some firm pressure on the breast to make sure that this is all laid out flat and fully butterflied. There we have it. Spatchcocked or butterfly chicken. The next step is we want to prepare the chicken for the marinade. So we're just gonna take a chopstick or something thin, and we're going to put it between the skin and the meat of the chicken. Chicken's ready for the marinade, so we're gonna do our best to get the marinade under the skin so that it's in between the skin and the meat, as well as on the surface of the skin. So, put some of this to the top. So that was a lot of fun. We have spatchcocked the chicken and fully marinated it both between the skin and the meat, as well as all over the skin. So now we just need to marinate this overnight. We're gonna leave it in the fridge and let it tenderize and flavor the meat. And tomorrow we will roast it and also make the accompanying spicy green sauce. So I will see you tomorrow. Welcome back. It's the next day and we've allowed our Peruvian roast chicken to rest overnight with the marinade. So this is what it looks like. It's really nice and orangey color, and it's just been sopping up all those delicious flavors. So now we're gonna put it into a pan. I've got a cast iron skillet that I'm gonna place it into, and we're gonna lay it flat and then get it ready for roasting. So this chicken is ready for the oven. I've preheated the oven to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna roast it for about 40 minutes. I'm gonna pop this in the oven right now. While the chicken is roasting, we're going to get to our spicy green sauce. So the green sauce that oftentimes accompanies Peruvian roast chicken is something that everyone always raves about. It has a really nice salty, tangy, spicy flavor that is super, super addictive. What we're going to be using is mayonnaise, a little bit of yogurt or sour cream, freshly squeezed lime juice, extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper for seasoning, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 cup of chopped cilantro or coriander, and then 2 to 3 jalapenos depending on the size. I used 2 because mine were huge. And then in terms of the spiciness, depending on how spice tolerant you are, you want to take about half of the ribs and seeds. Just remember that with jalapenos, all of the heat lives in the ribs and the seeds. So just keep that in mind as you are preparing the sauce. So all of these ingredients are just going to get dumped into the food processor. Food processor is doing a lot of work with this Peruvian chicken recipe. So one thing that I like to do when blending up the sauce is I actually save the ribs and the seeds from the part that I left out, just in case I want to add additional heat. So you definitely want to taste as you go. And I know that this sauce looks a little bit runny right now. It's gonna slowly start thickening. So it'll be a lot thicker than what you see here. So this sauce is pretty much ready to go. I did check the heat and it was a bit mild for me, so I actually added some more of the ribs and the seeds. So I'm gonna add this to the fridge to let it sit and thicken up, and then we'll wait for our roast chicken to be ready. Yay! The chicken is ready. So I did check it at 20 minutes in the oven and found that my thighs were getting a little bit too dark for my liking, so I tinted it with a bit of foil to make sure I was controlling the color. But this is what the chicken looks like. The entire house smells incredibly delicious. We always check to make sure that the breast is registering about 150 degrees Fahrenheit and the thigh is registering about 175. We tinted it for a bit, for about 5 minutes, and now we're gonna carve it up. So usually when I do this, I want to put it on a cutting board. It's going to have all kinds of juices come out. Look at this. It's on the cutting board. So because we roasted it at such a high temperature, as you can see, they've already started coming apart, the different pieces. So we just wanna kind of help it along just a little bit. The legs are always the easiest parts to get off. So that's one piece. This one is a little bit more stubborn than the other side. But oh, see, second leg. Now we're gonna split the two breasts. Just cut it right down the center. Just be really forceful with your knife, getting them separated. Ugh. Oh no, I think I actually missed some of this leg here. Oops, sorry guys. Splitting the breast is always the hardest part for me. Well, in that case, just focus on the wings. Oop. That's one wing. Second wing. Ugh. Okay, I think I've got it. There you go. And there's our whole cut up chicken. Can't wait to eat you. So now we're gonna take a taste. Mmm. Oh my gosh. This chicken is phenomenal. Can't believe how moist this breast is all the way through. And this green sauce with it is tangy, it's salty, it's zesty. It's got a nice punch of heat. And the marinade definitely got all throughout the meat. You can taste that flavor all over. Chicken was super easy to make. Most of the ingredients that are needed for both the marinade as well as for the green sauce can easily be found at your local grocery store or probably in your pantry if you are well stocked. This is definitely an example of a recipe or a dish that you can make at home that you might not think that you were actually able to make because restaurants do it so well, but you can actually do it in your own home kitchen. Spatchcocking definitely cuts the time of roasting a whole chicken in half, and once you spatchcock, you can really never go back. Truly. So thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please let me know if you end up trying this recipe and thoughts that you have on it. Please subscribe for more food, more travel, and more cooking as I explore the world and discover new delicious flavors. Thanks again for watching. Bye.